Well, everybody, it seems the manhunt is over. They have found the alleged assassin who shot Charlie Kirk in the neck. You know, I saw a tweet the other day that said, "I'm in her throat like she's Charlie Kirk." It's going to live in my head rent-free forever, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'll ever not be laughing about that. That said, though, they found him. There's been a lot of conspiracy mongering, you know, a lot of allegations getting thrown around, including by the President of the United States of America, about the political affiliations of this shooter. In fact, ironically, it was the mayor of the very city where this happened who immediately, hours, no, not even hours, sorry, honestly, before Charlie's body had literally gotten cold yet, I guarantee you it was still warm to the touch. He was on the podium saying that this was, without a doubt, an act of political violence, a politically motivated shooting. And that is guaranteed to be true. Like, we all know it's true. But to see a political public official come forward to make that allegation, to make that confirmation without any hint of doubt, within moments of the shooting taking place, before they even had, as far as I know, any photos of the shooter, before they even knew what the shooter looked like or was wearing or what kind of weapon they used, like for sure, they were sure it was a politically motivated shooting. And that really told me that there are a lot of parties involved in this that want to weaponize this into a way of attacking the left. And ironically, as time goes by, the evidence that we get seems to point more and more at the idea that this shooter was a Nazi groyper. And maybe not just that, but if you go back a few days ago on my channel, I put out a video about a group called 764, an unironic neo-Nazi satanic terrorist group that targets both Christians and leftists and LGBT people alike. They radicalize their members online through a decentralized process and try to motivate them into taking up arms, going out, targeting an unarmed population of people out minding their own business, and to kill them. More often than not, it is churches and Catholic schools that have been targeted. They always write all over their guns in white paint or nail polish in reference to the Christchurch shooter, no doubt, because he was the guy who kind of started that, if I remember right. I'm sure it's been done before that, but that was the first time I ever saw it done, and ever since it's been done a lot. And it seems like a lot of people who do this are tied to 764. I do believe there's a chance this guy is, though we don't have much evidence outside of, you know, it makes sense right now for that claim. Though for now, we do have a lot of information to go over. It's quite interesting. First, we have the CBS News video I've brought up that goes over the details that we have so far with a FBI agent, or an ex-FBI agent, who, you know, they're probably pretty good at figuring out where in the investigation process things are right now, to break down what we know so far. Sorry about that, I was switched to game capture and not screen capture. Now let's hop right into it, shall we?
Former FBI agent Doug Coons joins us live now. Doug, thank you for your time. Officials mentioned Robinson's roommate told law enforcement about messages allegedly from Robinson on Discord. How important will the suspect's online presence?
I saw people on Twitter talking about how there have been talks about trying to crack down on Discord. That they're going to try to use this, like try to turn Discord, the platform for gamers messaging and calling with each other, into some kind of like boogeyman, because you're able to make insulated communities on there where you and your friends get together and talk, as if it's not the same as any other social media app in that way. Unfortunately, a lot of these shithead little Nazi gamers who go out and take a gun to shoot people in public, a lot of them tend to be gamers. A lot of them tend to be online a lot, which means basically all of them use Discord. There's a commonality here, and it makes total sense if you don't look at it from a conspiratorial angle, but you better believe these people are going to try to find something to wage a culture war against next, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being Discord, because it kind of looks like that's where things are going on Twitter right now.
Be in this case?
It'll be very important. So probably as we speak, search warrants are being executed on not only the physical locations where where the subject lives, but also on his phone, his computer, any kind of communication devices. So they will be able to retrieve these messages and find out what discussions were being had up to this point. Was it something that had been being discussed for days, weeks, months leading up to it, or was this,
There he is on the roof.
kind of not a spur of the moment decision,
How's he get
but
down?
was it
No
a more
shot.
recent thing?
No shot. No shot. No, you can't cut the video there. I want to see how he handles that drop. Really? You're going to cut there right before he drops down. You're not going to let us see if he hit some fucking action movie roll? Or if he, like, broke his ankles? Come on.
And should anybody then have said something?
I know he
knowing
handled
that
it
this
well.
was potentially an imminent threat. So there could be other people with exposure still. It'll be interesting to see how that.
No, like, that was a really high jump, by the way, guys. I'm going to tell you, I jumped from something maybe half that height. When I was 12, I landed and stuck the landing, and the pain in my right ankle when I felt the sound of me landing on my feet was so loud because I was wearing boots. I thought I'd broken my ankle. I had to limp my way all the way up the Colorado Red Rock Amphitheater stairs, all the way back to the parking lot where the car was. I had to limp my ass there because I was all the way at the bottom, and I jumped off of one of those rocks behind the stage onto the stage, and my ankle did not like it. It hurt for a couple weeks, but it did not break. At least, if it did break, then I just thugged it out and healed it on its own. I doubt I broke it, though. I think I sprained it real bad. Like, jumping from that roof, like, half the height of that roof. And, dude, half the height. And that's how bad it hit me. This guy knows how to, like, stick a landing from a large fall. Like, it's a skill I don't have. I feel like it's not a common skill. I'm interested to find out what else we find out about this guy. Because, I don't know, he just doesn't seem like... He seems like he has skills that are very abnormal, especially for someone his age, like 22. Really good shot, let's be real. Like, he's a skilled marksman. And he can apparently stick a landing that's like 3.5 times his body height, which is impressive. Anyway, folks, if you're enjoying this video so far, by the way, if you're watching it in the future or the present, consider leaving a like on it real fast. It helps a ton. And comment down below who up Xandering they haul. It really helps in the algorithm against all the competition with right-wing media pundits trying to dominate the airwaves. So consider supporting the channel. Helps a lot. But let's get right back into it.
Unfolds.
Yeah, and the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, he talked about the inscriptions on the shell casings found during the investigation. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
I love the long, pause waiting. Oh my god, it's still going.
Okay, looks like we're having trouble getting that soundbite from the governor. But I just want to ask you, when it comes to that inscription, what exactly does that say to you? How will that be used during this investigation, that information?
As an investigator, I would assume initially that those words had relevance to this individual, and I need to figure out what that was. So in these searches, both of the physical locations and of the electronics, likely we'll find, he ran across these in a book or on an online article or something that had meaning to him that was enough for him to inscribe them on these shell casings. That'll be a big piece of evidence when it comes to the prosecution as well.
Okay. And
allegedly, the shell casings are full of things ranging from ooh-woo furry references to Groiper Nazi memes. Once again, the weird discordance and overwhelming amount of 4chan references really seems to suggest we might be dealing with someone from the 764 group here. Nazi Satanists. Those are two things that both Christians and leftists hate. Because they're Nazis and they're Satanists. We should be getting along on the recognition that if this guy's associated with that group, then we both have a mutual enemy here. We don't have to agree on Charlie Kirk, but we can agree that this person's affiliations are not with the left, and they are not the kind of person. We don't want more of these people doing these things, because it's not always going to be some awful conservative pundit that gets attacked by some crazy person like this. It might next be some beloved, outspoken LGBT activists. So be very, be careful praising this kind of thing. Also, I plan to get into it a little bit more in a little bit, but conservatives are currently working to get people fired and have succeeded in several areas already in the last couple days. If you have put out any public postings celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and you have a job, know that there are tons of conservatives online who are now trying to dox you and find out where you work, and will send what you posted to your employer and will get you fired. They've done it to numerous people. They've gotten a couple of game developers fired from Bethesda. Like, it's a big problem. Don't post anything celebrating Charlie Kirk's death on social media. Those sites will ban you for it. It's against TOS, and you might lose your job. Conservatives are going hard on the like life ruination for anybody who makes light of this. The memes were Chow Chow Bella. They hey fascist catch, left, right, and 3 down arrows and seize your bulge. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, that's the weird thing, is if you believe that report, that seems to imply this person could have been a Hassan Piker fan. I don't know if you guys know, but like the Chow Chow Bella, that thing, like these are, like, that meme is probably the most recited in Hassan's chat out of all places I've seen on the internet. I see it all the time. It's like a go-to copy pasta. So it's very possible that he was a Hassan fan, but I actually don't think that. I lean more on we're dealing with like a 4chaner graper.
And it looks like we do have that soundbite ready. Let's play it real quick for our viewers.
Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this question?"
You're a professional, Zan. Maintain your composure. You're a professional. Can we just rewind and listen to him say that again? We need that clip again.
And it looks like we do have that soundbite ready. Let's play it real quick for our viewers.
Here it is.
Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Inscriptions on
Notices bulge, ooh, what's this, is what was written on one of the cartridges. I believe another one said, if you're reading this, you're gay.
the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols.
Oh no, no! That's a stratagem from Helldivers! What? No shot! Super Earth, no! They're implicating you now! Are you kidding me? That's a 500 kilogram, right? Oh, fuck, dude. Not my... They're gonna be blaming Helldivers and Discord for this shit. Ah, fuck, man. God damn. Shit, I'm starting to worry this person might have been a fan of me. Helldivers, they're a furry, they're making trans references, and they like guns? Fuck, guys. Am I gonna get in trouble? Could they have been a fan of me? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, oh, fuck, oh, no.
A second unfired casing read, "Oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third.
Yeah, I mean, that's a meme, to be fair, but I also see it very commonly said in Hassan's community, so, could be a Hassan. Could be a Hassanite.
Third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
All right, Doug. So, again, we heard from...
If you read this, you're gay, Lamau. I gotta say, this is someone who wrote those memes knowing he's a good shot and that he'd probably get them. He didn't inscribe those after the shooting. He was sure he was going to hit the shot and decided to style on it a little bit by, like, etching some things into the casings that they knew would end up getting found. That's kind of wild. Like, bro got bored of the plan and decided to start, like, adding little flair to it, you know what I mean? Gwyneth, thank you for the $10. I appreciate that. I'll get to your donos in a moment, folks. I'm not ignoring them. I just want to make sure we get through the segment before I read them.
Officials earlier today during that news conference, they talked about all the tips that they received, but then they also said that they were not looking for additional suspects in this case. But I assume there's a mountain of evidence that they're still sifting through right now. So from your experience, what comes next in this investigation?
Like you said, there's still a lot to do. They've got to get the search warrants executed and all that evidence collected. It's got to be analyzed and processed and basically putting together, hopefully, an airtight case that can be prosecuted if they're seeking the death penalty. That's a big deal. You've got to have all your ducks in a row before you venture into such a thing. And I don't know if he's cooperating.
All right, this guy's boring me now with his commentary. Let's get into the raw facts. Raw facts. Here we've got good friend of the show, Socialism Done Left. He's a data male, and he's here today to provide us with some of the deep lore on this story. Now, he corrects some misinformation and some rumors that have been going around. Take, for instance, there have been claims that Tyler Robinson, which is supposedly the name of the shooter, voted for Donald Trump or donated to Donald Trump in his 2020 campaign. Now, a man named Tyler Robinson did donate to Trump in 2020, but it was a different guy. Same exact name, different guy, confirmed not to be the shooter, confirmed not to be the same guy. There is no record of this person having ever donated to any candidate ever. It's never happened. Mind you, campaign donations like this are public. You can see them online. He has never made a donation. And so, that's a little bit of misinfo. It's been corrected. But for some proper info, here it is. The shooter Robinson is currently registered as unaffiliated, as are most people 18 to 29. Both of his parents are registered Republicans, as are most Utahns. So yeah, he's very much from a conservative part of the country, and both his parents, as you can see, are registered Republicans, but he was unaffiliated. Frankly, I have a feeling if he is a lefty, he was not a voter, to say the least. In 2017, oh, good lord. In 2017, Robinson dressed up as Donald Trump for Halloween. Now, this is kind of wild. We've got, I'm pretty sure this is Sans Undertale, Foxy, from, what's it called, Five Nights at Freddy's. And I don't recognize these characters, but here you've got the shooter, along with, I don't know who this is. Is this fucking Solid, is that Solid Snake? No, it's not Solid Snake. But here's the shooter here, who seems to be riding Donald Trump. Not exactly part of, like, a theme with the rest of the outfits, you know? Like, yeah, a couple of them seem to be doing memes. I don't know if these are memes. I don't know if this is a meme, but he's definitely doing the meme thing with Donald Trump. You could say it's ironic because, like, he's riding Trump, you know? It's like Trump's carrying him like he's a king. Like Trump's his slave or whatever you could see it as. So it could definitely be meant to, like, belittle Trump. It could also definitely be meant to just kind of be a reference to Trump or find a way to use Halloween as an opportunity to rep him in some way. It's really hard to tell from something like this, but nonetheless, he did in fact end up rocking that outfit on Halloween. Robinson's bullet casings read, fired. The fired one said, notices bulge, ooh, what's this? The unfired one said, hey, fascist, catch, up, right, down, 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 which, of course, is the 500-kilogram bomb stratagem. Oh, Bella Chow Chow, or oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow. If you read this, you are gay, Lamau, which we also get the inclusion of up, right, down, 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 calls a 500-kilogram or big bomb in Helldivers 2. 4chan was wrong. This picture, the DSA shirt, and this account, the pro-Palestine socialist, are not from the suspected shooter Tyler Robinson. Both the picture and the account are Jack B., a co-chair of Salt Lake City DSA. The suspected shooter is Tyler Robinson of Washington, Utah. Too many places called Washington. So here are some fake instances of like claims of people who are the shooter. This is not his account. This is not what he looks like. This is what he looks like, and his name is Tyler Robinson. From St. George, Utah. Okay, I guess that's where he's from, not Washington, Utah? I don't know. I've not spent much time in Utah. I don't know the deal there. Robinson, who is 22, did not vote at all in 2022 or 2024 from the ages of 19 to 21. After earning a merit scholarship, Robinson dropped out of college after one semester. He was not indoctrinated by college professors, as often claimed. Robinson's family told investigators that Robinson had recently become more political and opposed Kirk for spreading hate, quote unquote. Oh, this seems like it's leaning more on this guy being progressive. On September 10th, Robinson wore a Land of the Free, Home of the Brave shirt with an American flag and eagle. He was wearing this shirt when he killed Charlie Kirk and when he fled the scene. This is everything we knew or know about Robinson, to my knowledge. Please DM with any further details. Again, 4chan was wrong. The Democratic Socialists of America just confirmed that Tyler Robinson is not a member of any DSA chapter. Let's see. However, the quote, Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate seems to be from a family member and not Robinson. Okay. Confirmation, correction. Robinson, the shooter, never said that he hated Kirk because he was full of hate and spread hate. It was a family member of Robinson's who said that about Kirk. So, to be clear, we yet to have a full confirmation that that this shooter was, like, opposed to Charlie Kirk for him being conservative. Robinson's family loved guns. They often took their kids to gun-centered events. Every holiday and every birthday had at least one gun involved. For example, the family gave Tyler's little brother a build-it-yourself rifle kit when they were 12. Not gonna lie, that's fucking awesome. It's pretty fucking awesome. The Robinson family appeared to be Mormon. I couldn't find any obvious references to Mormonism from the family, but in 2018, the Robinson family went to the Mormon-run Polynesian Cultural Center in Hawaii, a common Mormon holiday destination. Oh boy. I mean, shouldn't surprise you. Another fake picture. This person, whose name was not given and has a different body than Tyler Robinson, is a queer person living in Salt Lake City in 2024. From 2021 to 2025, Tyler Robinson lived in St. George, Utah, 4 hours away from Salt Lake City. So here, of course, is another fake claim of this guy being Tyler Robinson. This is not Tyler Robinson. So if you see someone claiming anything about the shooter using this image, you know they have, they're just full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. The cope that the Trump costume was mocking Trump is funny. The product has tons of reviews from Trump supporters. They're all positive. Now, to be fair, it could be ironic. There's, I can totally see a perspective where progressives and conservatives would like this product and rationalize it themselves as either being pro-Trump or anti-Trump. Or even if they're on opposite sides and they don't view it as either way, they could see it as ironic. Like, if they're anti-Trump but see it as pro-Trump, they could ironically buy it and rep it. Because, they don't actually believe Trump is good. It's ironic, I don't know. I feel like this costume doesn't really tell us enough on its own. What else we got here? Another fake photo, Trump t-shirt. I haven't found any media in which Robinson is wearing any political messaging except the 2017 Trump costume plus the 2025 American flag shirt. That tracks. The family says he didn't become political until recently, quote unquote. All media we have is before 2021. What kind of crazy radicalization happens that turns some kid from like a normal guy into a like radical like assassin of political pundits within what, a couple months supposedly, recently? Like, how do you, in a few months, how do you go from I'm not all that political to someone's got to do something about this guy? Like, who radicalized this dude? What the fuck? This dude was supposedly normal before this happened. Like, a few months ago this guy was normal, and a few months later he's trying to kill Charlie Kirk? What happened to him? YouTube alt history pipeline? Maybe. Maybe he just, like, one Hassan stream does to a motherfucker, you know? Libs and cons took different from one state to state. Utah, Colorado, and Washington are pretty unique. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. The state culture definitely tends to stick more than political identity does, you know? He's from a pretty, you know, red state, so he, of course, grew up around Mormons and guns and all that, so it looks conservative, but he could be super left-wing. His parents might not have known what his politics were. He might have only just started expressing his politics recently. I don't know, man. This shit is crazy, though. We've got a lot more to talk about in the realm of this particular topic, though, so stay tuned as we've got more to discuss. But if you enjoyed this segment for now, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. Like I said before, it really does help. Just commenting "who up Xandering they haul" really does indeed help the channel out. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications if you haven't already, so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or I upload a new video. And if you want to see more from me on other platforms, follow my social medias linked down below in the description. And of course, if you want to support me directly, financially, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub to someone else on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or buy some custom Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below. And last but not least, don't forget to join my fan Discord, as that is the main hub of my community, and tonight I will be hosting a watch party / movie night there like I do every Friday, every week. We're going to be watching some classic top-tier South Park episodes in there tonight in preparation for next week's new episode dunking on Trump, or maybe even covering the Charlie Kirk assassination, who knows. So yeah, things are going to get pretty freaking crazy and fun. I hope you guys consider joining that watch party. Hope to see you guys there. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a good one.